welcome back to my channel, ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you haven't already, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, what's up? Welcome. Don't forget, give this video a like at the end if you enjoyed it, as well as please leave your comments. Let me know what you think of this unboxing, whether or not you caught these shoes or if you dropped these shoes and just move along and pass. So today we are going to be unboxing two shoes, and before we start, I want to start with some shade. I'm sorry, I know I usually wait till like the midsection of this, but we're just going to get straight to it. Look at these boxes. One is in mint condition, but the other is friggin' trash. God, that is such a big pet peeve of mine, is when I open up a package and I'm so excited for the shoe, but like my box is completely damaged, the shoe box. What are you guys doing out there, delivery man? I know that you have excess packages going out that you have to deliver, but damn. Why? Why do you have to hurt the boxes? What did the boxes do to you? They didn't do anything to you. So I don't know. Never had any issues with Amazon packages. They're out there like spraying bacteria Purell all over their boxes, making sure they're perfect. But FedEx, UPS, USPS, what is going on, man? Things are just coming to me damaged. So beyond that, let's get back to the unboxing, shall we? Had to take that side note, but now that we're focused in, I've been so excited for this shoe. This is the Comme des Garçons Nike collab. They partnered together to do a dunk low. So this actually was previewed. Rei Kawakubo, her line for SS20, basically previewed this shoe on the runway back in September because, hey, they love to tease us, Nike and her. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like, what's up? It's September. You can see these dope shoes, but guess what? You're going to have to wait till next season or like the next 4 seasons in order for you to be able to buy these shoes. So I have been on edge just waiting for these shoes to come out. And here I finally managed to cop 2 of them. So I'm very excited to unbox these, show these 2 options to you guys so you can check them both out, see which one you like more. We're gonna start with the more basic of the 2. It's just a more simpler formatted shoe, which I don't mind. I love these neutral tones, as you guys know. Love wearing all black, and I think this is a perfect option for an all black outfit, not gonna lie. Then next up, we have a more pattern going on here. Yeah, that's right. That's the Comme des Garçons monograph branding design all over the shoe, and it looks fire. I am so excited to go through and discuss these 2 shoes. I'm already loving what they look like because it has like these simple neutral colors, which are my favorite. And not to mention, they gave us the option of having 2 different colorways. So I'm just going to go through here. This material is actually neck skin, and it wraps all the way around the shoe. This basically is a translucent material. You're definitely going to be able to see your socks through this, which is it's pretty cool. This, you actually could have seen the same material on the Vapor Fly SPs and the React Element 87s. The same neck skin was used on those shoes. And it's basically this translucent stretch woven material. And it's definitely on both these shoes. It's just a bit different color. And it's very breathable, and it's designed to actually shape to your foot. Very cool though. I mean, it's like, I can't imagine how much time it took to just kind of piece by piece these together. So the difference from the fly knit in this, which are pretty similar, this actually is made for more durable weather. And it's ready for just like more outdoorsy environment. It has like a hyperfused upper. These are really cool laces. I'm so glad that they've already been pre-laced because they kind of feel waxy, and I definitely know when I have like a waxy lace, it's very hard to go through each individual hole because it gets stuck. It's not like a fluid fabric that you can kind of weave in and out. It's a very, very difficult fabric to kind of move along and thread through. This is cool. I'm feeling like, you know, the design of this is giving lots of texture and dimensionality. You can see that there are just layerings of color on here, and that's definitely with this material because, you know, the actual neck skin gives this transparent look. So it's just kind of layering of different colors of like light whites and grays and blacks. Very, very cool. And it reminds me of the designer so much because she typically, you know, incorporates black into all of her styling. So this is, you know, something that definitely reminds me of, you know, a lot of her high fashion collection wear. And the two of them are so different. You know, I just don't even know which one I like the most yet. In the back here, we have this nice leather work done with the Nike on the back. It's very well sewn. You can tell this is quality leather. And it's actually on both of the shoes. On the heel here, got the nice black going on the heel. And as we look on the tongue, we've definitely got some interesting, it almost feels like a neoprene material on the tongue here with the Nike kind of sewn in there. Nice, good threaded patchwork. So this one is definitely a shoe where unless you knew that the designer did this collab, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but this one definitely has the CDG branding all over it. It's a little bit louder. So I feel like depending on, you know, what you want to focus in on for your wardrobe style, this is definitely more neutral, more subdued, while this one is definitely like, hey, look at me. Let's take a look at the bottom here. Just a nice plain black bottom. Definitely got that simple Nike logo here. And just so you know, for all you skaters out there that are obsessed with dunks, like this is the year of the dunks. And this specific collaboration is mainline Nike. So this is actually not the same as the SB Dunks, just so you don't confuse the two. So if you have SB Dunks, you're probably wondering, wow, that shoe looks a bit lighter for one, which it is. And definitely this neck skin material is super lightweight. I mean, I'm tossing this. I feel like this is like maybe 5 pounds or something. It's extremely lightweight, which with an SB Dunk, that is not going to be the same case. And also the tongue is completely padded on those SB Dunks. So that's a bit different as well. And there's other hallmarks of the swoosh skate focused division that are just not the same as this low dunk that Nike did the collab with CDG on. So unfortunately, if you were hoping that this was going to be, you know, your well sought after SB Dunk, this is not the case. This is mainline Nike. Also, you know, Comme des Garçons is not new to the collaboration of the Nike game. This is actually, I feel like, a spiritual follow-up to the Clear Dunk High that was launched in 2017. And it really exemplifies, I feel like, Kawakubo's drive to just continually create new things. I mean, she is just so driven. Every single year, she's coming out with these insane new designs. And it's just like, keeps you on your toes, wondering what's coming next. Kawakubo doesn't make clothes. She truly makes works of art. She completely reconstructs the way we interpret clothes, resulting kind of in an avant-garde creations that exist somewhere between fine art and clothing. Comme des Garçons is the first Japanese fashion label actually to have presented at Paris Fashion Week, which is pretty crazy. This was all the way back in 1981. And this is when the designer basically became internationally known. She blew up. Kawakubo is also the only second living designer that was featured with an exhibit at the Met Gala. So all of her pieces that were stunning were actually displayed there. And it wasn't actually, this was back in 2017, but the last person to have done that was Yves Saint Laurent, and that was the only living designer that also had work displayed at the Met Gala besides Kawakubo herself. And that was back in 1983. So that's quite a time difference. There wasn't a designer since 1983 to come along in 2017 to be able to display their work. So that really gives you an idea of how influential Kawakubo was. And of course, I'm sure a lot of you follow the Met Gala pictures and stuff, so she was a big influence on that. Throughout Kawakubo's career, she's basically broken barriers, both as an artist and as a female powerhouse. Comme des Garçons is known for being anti-fashion. The Rebellion's clothes tend to be made with colors that are darker, like black tones, and are sewn in unique and innovative ways. And as you can see, through history, she's kind of kept that same aspect alive and growing, and you can see that that still remains in her design work that she's done with this collaboration with Nike. After 30 years, Kawakubo is still the sole owner of her company, which is crazy. And to my surprise, I had no idea she actually owned Dover Street Market. That's crazy. And Dover Street Market actually has some of Kawakubo's interior design inside of them, as well as installations that she created herself. And I don't know if you've been inside of Dover Street Market, it is insane. It's like this crazy museum where you could just walk around, take pictures, and stare at the walls, because there's really not an inch inside of that department store that is boring. She has just really become so innovative in making things interactive and displaying them in such creative fashions. It's like, I am obsessed with you. One day I could only meet you. So Rei Kawakubo is known to be a very, very quiet individual. She's not one of those designers that's all up in your face, all in the media, saying me, me, me. It was somebody's asked her actually in an interview whether, why didn't she use her name for her collections? And, she just didn't feel like that should have been the focus. She's so humble, and it's very rare to see designers like that. There's a lot of designers who it's like, me, 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 look at me. And she just wants to stay, behind the scenes. She doesn't need to flaunt herself and let everybody know, this is me. These are my great designs. Her designs speak for themselves. And I really respect her for that. It's just, her pieces all have such enormous statements that they make without saying any words. So it's almost as if she's not even needed to speak on their behalf, because the clothes truly do speak for themselves. And now I'm going to kind of actually get into the Comme des Garçons fusion line. So most of you actually know Comme des Garçons because of the play line. And that was basically targeted at men and women who were really focused into the streetwear fashion. So if you notice that cute little heart with big, cute, buggy eyes, yes, that one that you've probably seen on every single Chuck Taylor known to man, right? Everybody's wearing it. Everybody's flaunting that. Kanye West, Drake, Pharrell Williams, they have been seen rocking that line, which really catapulted it to become way bigger than I think anyone thought it would be. And it actually has become the top selling CDG line in history. And they've since then actually started, doing collabs with Supreme, Stussy, Converse, as I mentioned earlier, Louis Vuitton, and Jordan. And so it's just, really catapulted into this huge, huge fashion industry. And as well, talking about streetwear, let me just stand up so you guys can see a little collab shirt that I'm wearing here as we get on that topic, right? Love this shirt. It's definitely high quality. It's a little rough on the edges, but you know, I still love it. Love my smiley faces and love my CDG. Okay, now I would like to just get into the sizing and fitting of these shoes. These are women's sizing, so I actually sized down. Typically, I'm a woman size 9, but for this specific silhouette, I went down half of size. So I got an 8.5, and these fit me perfectly in the 8.5 women's size. This is my first silhouette in the dunk, so I was excited because it fit me perfectly. Once again, I do have 1, high arches, 2, very narrow feet. So those are things that you need to take into consideration when you're deciding what size shoe you should be ordering. And once again, I always tell you that it's very important to understand your size and your fit, because for shoes that sell out very quickly, you don't want to mess up on your size, because having to return these would mean you're probably not going to get another size in return or in place of the ones that you originally ordered. As far as comfort and fit, these are pretty comfy shoes. What I do like is the fact that this does mold to your feet. I love that it actually makes my feet look very small. For some reason, it's just, my feet look tiny in these shoes, and I think that's great. So if you have larger feet and you want to be like, hey, I don't have such large feet, I think this is a great silhouette for you. Looking in at the insole here, it says Comme des Garçons with a Nike logo in there, and it's quite squishy. I mean, there's definitely a bit of comfort in there, but I wouldn't really think to wear these going to the gym. I don't know, like, this is not the type of shoe I would want to do endurance running with or getting on a treadmill with. This is definitely a shoe I can see myself pairing to wear with, you know, comfortable outfits, but not for athletic hardcore activity. And on that note, I think we should just head into styling, shall we? So I actually gave you guys 3 outfits today as requested before. I've noticed that a lot of my viewers want to see more outfits, so that's what we've been doing. The first look, or all the looks actually that we incorporated, I did this down in Dumbo because I feel like these shoes are very reminiscent of the city life, and I feel like that's kind of where she was getting this vibe from. Very streetwear, very urban, and so I wanted to take images and video footage for you guys in the correct environment so you get that feel for, you know, what these shoes are going to look like in the city. The first outfit that I paired the shoes with, so I actually did each shoe with each outfit. So the first outfit that I paired the shoes with were olive green cargo pants and a simple black fleece. And the reason I did this was I feel like these shoes can definitely have a bit of pop of color with them. I don't think that you need to have an entire outfit that's completely neutral, completely all black, completely all white. I think that you can throw in another tone in there, and it definitely will highlight these shoes a bit more. So that's kind of why I went with that simple pairing of the olive pants, and then, you know, obviously matching it with kind of a grayish undertone underneath that black fleece. Next up, I did more of an athletic approach. I think that these will definitely be great shoes to walk in all around the city. I'm always putting tons of mileage on my legs, having to go back and forth on the subway. So I'm, you know, typically in yoga pants, trucking around the city, and my favorite thing to wear is all black. So I gave you guys an all black option, of course. I paired it with just a simple crew neck sweatshirt with some different, actually, kind of tiered colored pants. So they've actually got blue hued tones in them, and they go up into a gray. There's definitely some blues in these shoes that I'm kind of getting this like bluish tone off of, and these charcoal grays. So I thought it would go and pair perfectly with them. And that's my second look for you guys if you're looking to just pair these with some athletic wear. The last look that I did was I paired it with my Alexander Wang 90s baggy pants. I love those pants. They're super comfy and cozy. It can be played down, it can be dressed up. And then I had just a simple, comfortable navy long sleeve top on, and I just think navies go really well with these colorways, as well as just light denim. I think is a perfect pairing for these shoes as well. All right, that's for the styling today. Moving on to resale of these shoes. These shoes are definitely a shoe I think we need to kind of keep an eye open for, and I base that basically off of the clear high dunks that were released in 2017. I just went on GOAT today, and I mean, the prices for those dunks are insane. And the colorway for those dunks is very, very similar to these shoes. It's got that translucentness going where, you know, you can see whatever color sock you have through it. So these are definitely along the same design effects as those dunks, although those do look closer to, you know, the high top Air Jordan 1s. So I don't know if that's why they're reselling for such a high value. That value currently is $1,000 to $4,300. I wish I had those shoes so bad right now because I'd be making a pretty penny. Fingers crossed though that these shoes also have that return effect, hoping that, you know, maybe it's not now, but eventually time will come and people will want these shoes just as much as they wanted those clear high dunks. So currently, let's get into what these shoes are going for. Retail, these went for $260. As far as base sizes go, the rate is around $325 on the low end, up to a high of $393. So base sizes are, you know, they're all right, but the men's sizes are definitely a bit higher. On the lower end of the scale, it's $370. On the higher end of the scale, it's going for around $474. And that is specifically for the printed silhouette. Those are those price points for that. For this colorway, it's a little bit less. I don't know, maybe because you can't really tell without the printed CDG all over the shoe, people were less likely to want to go crazy over this silhouette that's more subdued. But it's going for base sizes around a lower end of $289 to $329. And then the men's sizes, of course, a bit higher. They're going for $329 to $374. And also, these come from StockX, which is consistently changing. So if you watch this video and the price differentiates slightly, do not comment and say, hey, you gave me the right prices. These are right now in this moment in time. But odds are they may shift. I'm hoping for the higher price point, but we shall see. All right, guys, so that was our episode for today. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, as well as leave me any comments or questions you may have on these two shoes. Let me know if you would cop it or if you drop it, or even if you got this shoe. I want to know. So hit those notifications, guys. And I don't have it with me right now, but once again, at the end of this, I always mention we're aiming for 3,000 subscribers. So when that hits 3,000, I will be rewarding that 3,000th subscriber Supreme Oreo cookies, as well as a poncho. So stay tuned till our next episode. We'll see you then.